This is the Wrestling Replay. I am Cato. Welcome to episode number 25. Monday Night Raw, post SummerSlam. What did we get ourselves into? Before we get started, I gotta say this. Already, I could tell a very noticeable difference to Monday Night Raw, how it's ran. Let me just run down a list of names really quick for you, okay? AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali, The Miz, Seth Rollins, Montez Ford, Ciampa, Chad Gable, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles and Ciampa again, the Usos, the Mysterios, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Io Sky, and that's about it. Bayley, I guess you're going to include Bayley. The reason I read down that list because for the second week in a row, I noticed I did not see a Omos. This week, I did not see a Bobby Lashley. I feel like this week of Monday Night Raw was really just oriented about in-ring performers. It was really booked around your smaller guys, your better in-ring performers, even with us getting the matchup between AJ Styles and Ciampa to see who will go and face Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. I feel like those are two of your better in-ring workers. So, to me, this is very reminiscent of the Black and Gold NXT brand. And if that's the brand that they're going to start to usher out onto Monday Night Raw and the SmackDown, whoa, that's going to be crazy. Because, at least for me, the NXT Black and Gold brand was probably my favorite brand at one point. I think it was producing the best wrestling and it was producing the best wrestling show as far as the storylines, as far as the segments went. I feel like Monday Night Raw this Monday followed the same exact thing. No segment was really wasted. Every segment meant something, advancing the storyline, starting a storyline, or rolling into something that had you kind of waiting to tune in for later on in the night or for next week. For instance, we start off Monday Night Raw with Becky Lynch coming out injured. That sucks. But what happens is she brings Bianca Belair out. Mutual respect. I felt like this is the second week in a row that I feel like Bianca kind of got a little lost during her promo, during her mic time, like a little bit lost. I don't know why that is because Bianca is typically really good at talking on the microphone. But Bianca's on the microphone. Becky Lynch make her way to the back when she is attacked by Io, Dakota Kai, and Bayley. Now that prompted Bianca Belair to run to the back to try to make the save for Becky Lynch, kind of return in favor of what happened at SummerSlam, which is now like, okay, even though we got the segment of Becky and she's trying to explain to you like, yo, I'm ready to go back to this man role, which I've been telling you guys, they've been hitting at her turning back to the man for the past couple of weeks. So we already get storyline advancement in the Becky Lynch character. We get storyline advancement in the Monday Night Raw Women's Championship. And we see a little bit more of what Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io is kind of all about, right? Okay, fine. So with them attacking Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair is pretty pissed off. And she challenges Io Sky to a match later on the night. Well, before that happens, we get the matchup with Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Now, Alexa Bliss has already threw her name inside the hat for I'm the number one contender. I don't care who wins between Bianca Belair and Bayley. Now, if you watch my SummerSlam, my post-SummerSlam video, the last video that I put up, I said it would be interesting if Bayley, Io, and Dakota Kai actually came down and attacked Alexa Bliss, taking her out of that number one spot, possibly injuring her, and one of them be able to take that spot to go against Bianca Belair. Well, in this match against Asuka, it ended a no contest. Why? Because that trio came down and decided to attack Asuka and Alexa Bliss, which worked out perfectly. Bianca Belair comes to make the save, but at the same time, she has now found herself two allies in Asuka and Alexa Bliss. So then she challenges anyone from the trio to face her later on in the night. Io Sky steps up. She says, I'll take you on. I want to be one to fight you. That match ends in a no contest when all six of these women end up in just an all-out brawl, like pretty much chaos. Now, I don't know if they was trying to show exactly how much chaos it was in the ring by panning the camera to each individual fight that was going on, panning to the refs running in, just kind of trying to show the pandemonium that was happening inside the ring. That was a little weird. It was a lot of quick camera flips going on during the brawl. So maybe that was their goal, is to catch the chaos. So as a fan and you watching, you were like, wow, like every angle is a new fight or something else going on. If that's the case, cool. If not, man, I don't know why you just don't leave it on the main camera and just watch these women just brawl the whole time. That would be just as good. So now we got a situation where we're probably going to see the 3-on-3 matchup. Bianca got herself some allies, but you still have to think in the back of your mind, Alexa Bliss wants her championship match. So is she helping because she really wants to help? Or is she helping because I got attacked and you're just in my way until I get to the championship? So that's going to be interesting. That's another storyline we're going to have to look forward to. So next week, we know we're going to get some combination of these women, whether it's a 3-on-3. I wouldn't roll that out so fast. Maybe a couple of one-on-ones, maybe a tag match first, something like that. With that brawl happening, I got to believe that Bayley is actually back to full health, so that's a good thing. We also got to see AJ Styles defeat Mustafa Ali and The Miz. 3-way matchup. The winner of this matchup will go on to face the winner of the next triple threat matchup, which included Ciampa, Chad Gable, and Dolph Ziggler. Then those two guys will meet up one-on-one to decide who will face Bobby Lashley. AJ Styles managed to go over in his matchup. Ciampa managed to go over in his matchup, pinning Chad Gable, defeating Dolph Ziggler as well. So now him and AJ went one-on-one for a chance to win the United States Championship, or to go against the United States Champion Bobby Lashley. Ciampa managed to go over in that with a little bit of help from The Miz, which I kind of like. Now, I thought Ciampa would definitely get a big push. I did not expect it to happen so quickly. But I like it anyway because I feel like Ciampa is one of those guys. If the United States title did go on Ciampa, it would make perfect sense. He's great at really cherishing the titles he holds, and he could do it all inside the ring, on the mic, segments, all that stuff. He's great at that. So he would still help that prestige of the United States Championship. Now, with Bobby Lashley holding it, I do believe that Bobby has already helped raise that United States Championship up a notch anyway. We talked about the freedom I think that the commentary have had in the past 2 weeks now with Vince McMahon being out of there. The stuff that they're able to say is surprising because we've seen like a vignette of the United States champions. They showed a lot of people from the past. They showed some wrestlers from WCW, I believe some old NWA clips as well. So it was dope because right then we seen the history of the United States Championship. So maybe if you're someone who just started watching wrestling 4 or 5 years ago and that title don't mean too much to you, and you get to see the history and the lineage of that title, you got 20 Hall of Famers who have held that title. You got former world champions who have held that title. So that just goes to show that, look, this title means something. It's of importance. If you win this could be a stepping stone in your career. If it's not for the world title, possibly still a Hall of Fame career. So I like the fact that they went back in history and kind of like, paid homage to United States Championship. I thought that was really dope. Now, let's get on to this. Street Profits. Montez Ford is going against Seth Rollins. I don't want to keep tooting my own horn, but hey, I think they kind of went with my way of doing things. Instead of breaking up a really great tag team, why don't you have these guys go into the singles competition but still support each other through the whole way? Montez Ford, he came up a little short against Seth Rollins, but he still put on a hell of a match. So it was a good outing for Montez Ford. And I feel like his coming out party as a singles competitor, even though he's fought in single matches plenty of times, but against the caliber of a Seth Rollins, and a Seth Rollins after he just laid the promo out pretty much saying, Roman Reigns, you're now on my radar, even though he's going to still have to handle Riddle when Riddle comes back. But when you get Seth Rollins aiming at the World Championship and you're the guy that steps up to challenge him in this one-on-one matchup, I feel like that kind of puts you on the map as well. And he had a great outing, a great performance. Now, it's interesting. I want to see next week, will Dawkins go, and how will he do in his one-on-one matchup? Will he have a one-on-one matchup? If he does, if he wins, is this going to be an issue where it's heads feel like, man, I lost my match, you managed to win yours. Are you truly better than me? Are we going to have to watch these two go at it one-on-one to see who's truly better? Or is it going to be a situation where Dawkins goes out and he loses his matchup. And maybe we start to see a heel turn between the Street Profits saying, you know what, the way we're doing things, coming out all happy-go-lucky, is not the way, it's not getting us the wins that we want to see. So maybe it could be something there, a heel turn, or possibly, I hate to say it, these guys split up and don't remain friends. But I really hope they don't go that direction. I would really like to see these guys continue to support each other and possibly see the Street Profits back together as a tag team at some point. And the main event, we've seen the Usos retain their tag team championships against the Mysterios, who came up just a little bit short. But the more interesting fact of that whole matchup is, of course, after the match, Judgment Day still is not done with the Mysterios. They attack these guys after the matchup until Edge managed to come down and make the save. So we see advancement in that storyline already. Now, during this save that he made for the Mysterios, Rhea Ripley pushed Dominic Mysterio in front of Finn Balor, and Dominic took that whole spear. Ray kind of jumps in the ring like, yo, what happened? What's going on? It looked like Dominic is a lot more injured than it appears to someone who takes a normal spear. So maybe this is a situation where Dominic is going to sit out for a week or two because he has those ribs, that's injured, that's hurt. And Rey Mysterio may take this a little bit personally with Edge accidentally sparing his son. So it's kind of like a cliffhanger. That's what they really left us out on. They left us out on a cliffhanger. So you have to tune in next week. There's so many storylines that you have to see what happens next week that you are forced to tune in. And I like that. When is the last time we've seen like a Monday Night Raw who really left us wanting to go to next week and see what happens with what's going on already? That's perfect. That's why I like the writing, or I'll say the booking style that, you know, this new regime has rolled out already. Their handprints already all over everything. SummerSlam, you've seen the freedom. You heard the commentary talk about different things, mentioning different people of other promotions and in the past. Tonight, we see a whole different booking style. Hell, I didn't even see Otis come out with Chad Gable tonight. So that was interesting to me. I'm like, wow, I definitely never see that at all since they've been together as the Alpha Academy. So tonight, I feel like we got a lot more wrestling. And the segments that we did get, it was really just geared towards all storyline advancements. That's pretty much it. So I really like what's going on Monday Night Raw. Can't wait for SmackDown to see if it's going to be a similar situation. Maybe we'll get a surprise on SmackDown. We've seen that Bayley, Io, and Dakota all came to Monday Night Raw. Maybe there's some people waiting in the wind to pop up and appear at SmackDown. I think that would be pretty dope. So that was everything that pretty much happened on Monday Night Raw. That was your Monday Night Raw replay. If you're one of those people who said, you know what, I don't like WWE because of Vince McMahon, you should really start tuning in right now, because you can clearly see this change in how the program is ran, how everyone is being booked, how certain people are getting wins where they weren't getting wins before. So yeah, if I was you, I would definitely tune in, especially if you like that black and gold brand of NXT and their style of wrestling and their style of a show, because if you feel like you're going to get more of that on Monday Night Raw, I'm just hoping that it translates to SmackDown as well, and I'll be very, very happy. Other than that, man, I'm just really waiting to see SmackDown. I want to see the fallout between Ronda Rousey. Really want to see her punishment and what happens there. But everything else, really solid episode for Monday Night Raw. Really, really good. It really has me intrigued. So I think they did a great job so far. Everyone is, on point and they're doing their thing. I like it. That was pretty much it, guys. I'm Cato. I'll be back for AEW's Dynamite video coming up very soon. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe and follow if you haven't already. And please follow us at The Wrestling Replay on Instagram, where we do our posts and our giveaways, and we talk to people as well. That's where we interact the most. All right? So I'm Cato. I'm signing out. Peace.